David Dixon live from our Brisbane studio. Hey, great to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
We love seeing that old vision. Do you love it? That must bring back so many memories. You must have just been living your life 35 years ago.
Yeah, look, I haven't seen some of that vision in a very long time, and I didn't, to be honest, didn't realise it had been 35 years since Say Goodbye until your producer contacted me. So it's yeah, it was quite a shock, and time ticks by.
Yeah, the song's older than the producer. That's the tragedy of it. Well, I remember back in the day, like, you guys were everywhere, so famous, superstars. What was it like as an 18-year-old going through that?
Look, it seems like a lifetime ago. And what was it like as an 18-year-old? It just, you know, was it normal? No, but at the time it's all we knew, and it was what we were kind of working for at the time. So it just seemed inevitable that that's what should happen. We wanted to release a record, we wanted to write songs, we wanted them to be popular. So it seemed inevitable that that's what would happen.
And not just success at home. Were you surprised by some of your overseas success too, and the places you became famous?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some of the places that we had hits, we had no idea. Like, we had a #1 in France. We had the highest selling #1 for that particular year in France, and triple platinum, I think it was, in South Africa for that second album that we released. So. Strange, yeah. The rest of the world kind of got where we were headed in some regards, and then the places we were really striving for, like the US and the UK, didn't quite get us. So. Yeah, we then chose different paths, or at least I chose a different path.
Yeah. Now, so away from the band, you became known for your work in musical theatre. You played the lead in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and then you tread the boards in Les Mis. Very few people knew this, actually, that you were classically trained. So was this sort of like, I've got to go back and prove myself in this space?
Not really. It came about because we were living in the UK, and they were auditioning for Joseph at the time, and they kept contacting my manager saying, would David audition, would David audition? And finally, out of sufferance, I went and did the audition because I wasn't interested in doing it. And sure enough, I got it, and it was probably one of the best decisions I ever made.
Yeah.
But it was nice to actually, change the way I sing and sang and move into that space, which I'd sort of learned. To sing pop's a very different way of singing in a different style. It's certainly how I'd been trained. And if you listen to Say Goodbye, I hear, the round sounds of classical singing. And the later albums, I definitely had moved well into pop with, Kiss Me and the likes of that. So, it was good to go back there.
Yeah, so from 93 to 94, you were the resident bad boy in Home and Away. You played Nathan Roberts, one of Irene's sons. We bumped into Lynn McGranger earlier today. She had this message for you.
Nathan Roberts, as I live and breathe. Where have you been the last 30 years? Not one single postcard, not one single text. Come on, you have got some explaining to do, my boy.
How fabulous.
She's a classic. Yes, I do have some explaining to do. Look, my battery went flat. What can I say? I lost my phone.
To Lynn's point, we do need to know just quickly what it is you're doing these days.
Well, after I sort of finished with the entertainment industry, I started flying helicopters and doing, scenics and the like, and then eventually I was lucky enough to get a job with the largest helicopter company in the world called CHC Helicopters, and moved into search and rescue and air ambulance, and now these days I fly that particular helicopter you've got there, the Airbus 175, out to the oil and gas fields, mainly out of Darwin at the moment, and I've been doing that job for the last 10 years. So
that is a particularly sexy pivot. Good on you, David. Lovely to see you, mate. Thank you very much for that.
And we love how he pipes in the music of Indecent Obsession into the helmets. They've got to listen to it.
Thanks, David. Can you please remind me when I finish here to go have a cool job?
A chopper licence.
All right,
absolutely.
back after this.